How's it going, everybody? I'm Alex, aka Archie, and welcome back to Last Week in Superhero News. Okay, so I'm just really excited, just gonna jump into it. So, first things first, what am I gonna talk about? Well, how about the thing that came out on Tuesday? That's right, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse finally came out on Blu-ray and DVD, and I'm really excited. I mean, you know, if you get it digitally, it came out a few weeks ago, but if you're a nerd like me that wants to have a physical copy, it came out on Tuesday, and I was excited.
Are you kidding me?
Do I look like I'm kidding? Anyway, if you got a copy or two or three, I hope you enjoy the movie. It's a fun time. I love it. It's like my favorite superhero movie. And yeah, it's my favorite superhero movie. My favorite Spider-Man movie. My favorite animated movie. It's my favorite on a lot of movies. Just check it out if you haven't. And if you have, go you. Just go you. Okay, moving on from that in other news, this is actually going to be a couple of news things related to James Gunn. First things first, guess who's back as director for Guardians of the Galaxy 3? That's right, James frickin' Gunn. Now, if you guys don't know, James Gunn was let go as director a few months ago because of some not so fun tweets that he did like over a decade ago. They're not great. Wouldn't really put them up, you know, but you know, there were jokes for being edgy, you know, probably not the best thing to put out on the internet, especially when you have a following, but I digress. Anyway, that was actually still 12 years ago. Since then, he has obviously grown, he has matured, and he is a freaking wonderful person. And even when he did get let go, he took it like a champ. He was just like, you know, I get it, I get the decision, I'm sorry, all I can do is be a better person. And you gotta respect that. That's pretty awesome. And I guess Disney respected that too, because a few months later, he's just back. I actually hear that they made that decision a while ago, but they just took some time to tell everybody, I guess, to kind of figure out the whole deal with him also directing Suicide Squad. And I'm gonna use that as a leeway to go into the next piece of news, which is for Suicide Squad. So it's not a sequel anymore. I'm sorry. Suicide Squad sucked. Yeah, originally they got James Gunn to helm the sequel to Suicide Squad, but now it's no longer a sequel. In fact, it is a reboot, which makes sense considering they're already recasting Deadshot, who used to be Will Smith. They're looking for new characters. The only one that's really staying is Margot Robbie, which, to be fair, she did a good job. And yeah, it's now a reboot called The Suicide Squad. You know, just gotta differentiate there. But yeah, you know, I don't know how that conversation went. I'm gonna take a wild guess that James Gunn kind of just saw what was going on, and he's just like, you know what? We're just gonna start over. We're just gonna. Nah, I'm not touching that one. We're just gonna do it again. Man, I really hope they recast Joker. No offense to those that are fans of Jared Leto or anything. I'm not. I wasn't a fan of that Joker at all. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, anyway, moving on. In other news, going into anime, or as I like to call it, animu. I don't know why, I just feel like it. A new trailer for the second season of One Punch Man has come out, and I'm really excited because that's like one of my favorite animes right now. Although I have heard that some people aren't quite excited about it. Apparently, these are not the same animators or the same director as the first season. That might be a bit concerning. So I totally get like the concerns. I didn't see too much like of a situation as far as the animation in the trailer, but I could take a look again. I'll probably find something. But yeah, so new trailer for the second season, but again, new animation. So yeah. The only thing I can really say about that one is we'll see. I'm still kind of excited. I'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't suck. That's pretty much about it. All right, moving on. So remember how last week I said that the acquisition for Disney getting Fox was coming to an end? Well, it has. It ended the day after I released the last video, and $71 billion later, Disney now owns Fox and a whole subsequent amount of characters, including specifically what we're going to talk about here, the X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool, which A, is really cool. It is neat that they can now dance around with new characters, maybe Silver Surfer, Galactus. I mean, I'd imagine Galactus, because who else would top Thanos? The guy that literally eats planets. So that's what I think. But otherwise, that does mean that certain projects that Fox are working on as far as Marvel is concerned will be coming to an end. I think they're actually working on some solo movies like X-23 or Gambit. No official word yet, but it does seem like they're probably not gonna go anywhere anymore. Like they might have been canceled. I'm not too sure. It's a shame, but you know, I don't really know what the whole deal is now. I kind of feel like there's a big old gray area. Dark Phoenix is still happening, obviously, but that's gonna be like a closing chapter of that saga of X-Men movies. After that, you know, that free reign. Probably gonna reboot it or something, or not really do much of X-Men for a little bit. Either way, makes sense. The only other film that they like shot, but you know we haven't heard too much about, was the New Mutants. That was a movie. I remember we saw a trailer like 50 years ago, and then that was pretty much it. And I was pretty excited, you know, a horror movie on superheroes and whatnot. Cool, you know, I'm in, I'm down. But yeah, ever since, you know, it was heard that they needed reshoots. The reshoots have yet to happen, and there is supposedly a release date at some point in August 2019. But again, no word on it. We're not entirely sure. And also, I've been hearing around that, you know, maybe it might just go into a streaming service. Not Disney Plus, because I'm pretty sure it was rated R. And if they keep that, they're probably going to bring it to Hulu, maybe, if that's the case. I do hope it does get a theatrical release, but I don't know. That one's really up in the air. The only thing I really do know is that Dark Phoenix is happening, and that the only one that they seem to want to keep around would be Deadpool, which makes sense. That's a very popular character. And I think it's been confirmed that they're going to keep him R, or at least I hope so, because, you know, we saw how it went with PG-13. Not that well. Anyway, that's all that I have for you for this week on Anyway, that's all that I have for you for this episode of Superhero News. I'm going to go watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for like the 5th time, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.